Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today we will be working the 2019 multiple choice paper. And as usual, if this video is for you, please ensure that you're learning, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, share the video with a friend so that friend can share with another friend so that we can all prepare for it and do well in our exams. So here goes. Number one, negative 3 square plus negative 2 square, and as we know by now, when we square negative now it becomes positive, so it's 3 3s 9 plus 2 2s 4, and that is 13. So our answer for number one is C, and we're just going to try and go a bit faster. The video won't be long and we can just revise efficiently and effectively. Number two, what number when added to 1 and 1 over 3 gives 2? And we've done this question before, so it's as simple as solving for what is x. So if you can change the 1 and 1 over 3 into an improper fraction, you'll get 3 ones 3 plus 1 4 over 3 plus x, which is what we're trying to find, equal 2. So what we can do is multiply this entire fraction by 3 to cancel the 3 that is at the denominator, and then solve for x. So it will be 3 multiplied by 4 over 3 plus 3 multiplied by x is equal to 3 multiplied by 2, and we'll get 4 right here, as this 3 will cancel with this 3 and leave us with 4 plus 3x equal to 6, and therefore 3x is equal to 6 minus 4, and 3x is equal to 2, and therefore x is equal to 2 over 3, as the 3 was multiplying at the left hand side. So when it comes to the right hand side, it will now be dividing, and therefore answer for number 2 is B. And we are moving nicely along. So it is 11.1 divided by 0.01 is equal to, and remember, we can, when dividing with decimals, we move the decimal point in the divisor to make it become a whole number, and the amount of places that we move the decimal point in the divisor is the same that will move it in the dividend, the same places that will move it in the dividend. So should we move this decimal point in the divisor, it will be 1 2 to get a whole number of 1, and we'll move the decimal place in the dividend 1 2 to get 1110. So it will be 1110 divided by 1, and therefore our answer for number 3 is D. Number 4, 12.5% of a sum of money is $40. What is the sum of money? So if 12.5% of that money is $40, we're trying to find what is the total sum, 100% of that money. So it is 12.5% is equal to $40. So what is 100%, which is what we're trying to find, which is x. So we can cross multiply, and we are now with x multiplied by 12.5% equal to 40 multiplied by 100%, and we're solving for x. So x is equal to 4,000, which is the 40 times 100 divided by the 12.5%, and x is equal to $320, and that is the sum of money. Number 5, a test was marked out of 80. A boy scored 60% of the marks on the test. How many marks did he score? So test was marked out of 80, and the boy scored 60%. So 80 is equal to the 100%, which is what the test is marked out of, and x is equal to 60%, which is what he got out of the 80. So we can cross multiply, and we're now left with x multiplied by 100 is equal to 80 multiplied by 60, and therefore x is equal to 4,800 divided by 100, and therefore x is equal to 48. So what he scored on that test is 48 out of the 80, and that gave him 60%. Number 6, the square root of 181 lies between. So what we know is that, so basically we can just look at it by trying to work out and see which answer will give us a range where 181 is involved. But we can simply start by saying everybody know that 12 is 144. So therefore we know that C cannot be our answer, and definitely D cannot be our answer as it starts at 11. But we know that 13 multiplied by 13 is 169. And 14 multiplied by 14 is 196, which means that the square root of 181 lies somewhere between 13 and 14. Sorry. Number 7, which of the following sets is defined by x is greater than or equal to -2 and x is less than or equal to 4. So what we're trying to find which set of numbers fits into this inequality where first x is equal to -2 and then any number that comes after that is greater than -2 but at the same time is less than 4 or equal to 4. And the answer that perfectly defines this relationship or this inequality is D, where the first number is -2, which is equal to -2 but at the same time less than 4, and then -1, which is greater than -2 but less than 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, which is greater than -2 but less than 4, and 4, which is greater than -2 and equal to 4. So D perfectly defines that inequality. So 8 says if Q is equal to ABC, how many subsets can be obtained from the set Q? So if you remember, the formula for in finding subset from a group is 2 raised to n, where n is the number of elements within that set. So therefore it is 1, 2, 3 elements. So therefore this is 2 raised to the third power, and therefore answer for 8 is D, which is 2 raised to the third power. 9, in the Venn diagram, the number of elements in P is 5, the number of elements in Q is 9, and the union of the set is 10. So what is P intersect Q? So let's just do some jotting down. So it is 5, the number of elements in Q is 5 minus x. The number of elements in P is 5 minus x. The number of elements in Q is 9 minus x. And we're trying to find the intersection, which is x, and what we know that is that our union is 10. So therefore in solving for x, it is 10 is equal to 5 minus x, which is right here from P plus x plus 9 minus x. So therefore we cancel these first two x, the negative and the positive, and we're left with 10 is equal to 5 plus 9 minus x. 10 is equal to 14, which is 14 minus x, which is 9 plus 5, and x is equal to 14 minus 10. X is equal to 4. So basically what we did is create an equation and then solve for the unknown. As always, we're trying to find what x is. So number 10, which of the following sets is empty? So P is equal to prime numbers, Q is equal to odd numbers, and R is equal to even numbers. So this is a good time, guys, to find out what are prime numbers, what are odd numbers, and what are even numbers. So prime numbers, the only number they're divisible by are 1 and itself. Odd numbers, numbers that are not evenly divisible by 2, and even numbers, numbers that are easily divisible by 2, are evenly divisible by 2 rather. So A says P intersect R, which is P intersect R. That set is not empty, as 2 is also a prime number, as the only number that can divide into 2 are 1 and itself. So A is not empty. B says Q intersects R. Q intersects R, so it's odd numbers intersect even numbers. That set looks empty, as at no point can Q and R overlap where odd numbers. So there's no odd number which is an even number. C says P intersect Q, so it is prime number intersect odd numbers, and we don't even need to go there, as we know there are a lot of prime numbers that are odd numbers and a lot of odd numbers that are prime numbers. And D says P union Q, so we know that that set is not empty as well. 11. If P equal 2357, Q equal 236, and S equal 245, then P intersect Q intersect S. So what we're looking at is where all three sets overlap, and we've done this visual representation on some other past paper, and the links are in the description below, so therefore you can check out those past papers for more in-depth working, but I'm just going to do this visual representation. So what we're looking for is what is at X, where I'm going to put X right now, this point where all three circles overlap. So therefore we're looking at what number repeats in all three sets, and therefore answer for that is A. As you can see that 2 is in all three sets. So answer for 11 is A. And as I said, you can check the other past papers for more in detailed workout, or you can check the other past papers for more detailed working. 12. In the Venn diagram, the shaded area represents. And we've done this paper multiple times, so I'm sure without even me work it, you can say, oh sir, the answer is A, not P, as that is definitely what A say, not P, as everything else is shaded except those elements that belong to P. 13. If TT $6 equivalent to US $1, then TT $15 is equal to, so what you're looking at is 6 TT dollars is equal to US $1, and TT $15 is equal to US X dollars. So what we're trying to find is X. We're cross multiplying, so it becomes X multiplied by 6 is equal to 15 multiplied by 1, and therefore X is equal to 15 divided by 6, and X is equal to $2.50. 14. If $7,000 is borrowed at the rate of 5% per annum for 3 years, the simple interest is, so remember, simple interest is equal to principal times rate times time, all divided by 100. So we just need to fill in what they gave us and solve for what they're asking for. So we're looking for what the simple interest is. So therefore simple interest is equal to the principal, which is 7,000 multiplied by rate of 5% multiplied by time of 3 years, and all of that is divided by 100. We can simplify and we will get, so cancel the zeros from the 100 with the zeros from the 7,000, and we're left with 70 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3. And as I always say, we have to try and find some easy way to do these equations, or multiplications rather, as we will not have a calculator within the exam, or will not have a calculator in the exam. So we need to try and see how best we can simplify, then get to our solution. And therefore 70 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3 is 1050. So our answer for 14 is D. 15. A dress which cost $180 is being sold at a discount of 10%. The amount of the discount is, so what we're trying to find is 10% of 180, and that is simple calculation without even using a calculator. So it's as simple as saying, if you want an easy way to work it out, it's 10 over 100 multiplied by 180, and as you can see, you can cancel a 0 here from the 100, the 0 from the 10, cancel 0 from the 10 that remains with the 0 from the 18, and we from the 180 rather, and we are left with 18. So therefore answer for 15 is C. So 10% of 180 is 18. 16. The value of a plot of land is $18,000. Land tax is charged at the rate of 70 cents per $100 value. What is the total amount of tax paid for the land? So what we're looking at is 70 cents to every $100. So what we're trying to find, how much money is being charged on $18,000. So again, cross multiply and solve for x. So x is equal to 18,000 multiplied by the 70 cents, and all of that is divided by $100, and we now have x is equal to 12,600 divided by 100, and we cancel, and x is equal to 126. So we cancel the zeros from the 100 with the zeros from the 12,600. 17. At the end of any year, a car is worth 5% less than what it was worth at the beginning of the year. If a car was worth $9,500 in December 2016, then its value in January 2016 was. And if you've been working past papers with us from 2005, you'll realize that this question repeats multiple times, and they've asked it in different ways. Sometimes to find the 9,500, sometimes to find the 10,000. And yes, the answer is 10,000, but to work it, if so a car was worth 9,500, so it's 95%, so it's worth, remember the question said that it's worth 5% less than what it was worth at the beginning of the year. So the car at December was worth 9,500, which is 5% less than its original value, which is 95%. So it's 95% is equal to 9,500. We're trying to find what 100% of that vehicle is, which is at the start of January 2016. So we'll cross multiply, and we now have 9,500 multiplied by 100, and all of that will be divided by 95%. So we can cancel 95 into 9,500, and we're left with x is equal to 100 multiplied by 100, and therefore x is equal to 10,000. If you have other ways or simpler ways that can work it, then it's fine, but all we need to know is that our answer is 10,000, which is the original value of the vehicle in January 2016. Question 18. A loan of $8,000 was repaid in 24 equal monthly installments of $400. The rate of interest on the loan was, so remember, simple interest is equal to principal times rate times time, and all of that is divided by 100. But in this question, we have to work out the simple interest, as it was not given straightforward. So therefore, simple interest is equal to 400 multiplied by 24 monthly installments, and we will get 9,600. So therefore, simple interest is equal to the total sum of money that was repaid, which is 9,600 minus 8,000, and we will get 1,600. But remember, simple interest only gives the rate that is being calculated on an yearly basis. So therefore, to get the total interest that was repaid over the 2-year period, it would be 1,600 multiplied by 2, and you will get 3,200. But the thing is, you could have worked with this simple interest of 1,600, and when you get the rate at the end of working that out, you would have gotten 10%, and you can multiply that by 2 to get the rate of interest on the loan. But I am just finding the compound interest that was charged on the entire loan. So it will become 3,200 is equal to principal of 8,000 multiplied by rate, which is what we're trying to find, multiply by time of 2 years, and all of that is divided by 100. So therefore it becomes 3,200 multiplied by 100, and all of that is divided by 8,000 multiplied by 2, and that is equal to R, which is what we are trying to find. And when you do your calculations and then division, multiplication, you'll realize that your answer is 20% is equal to R, and therefore answer 418 is D. 19. A dinner at a restaurant was advertised at $60 plus $18 tax. The total bill for this dinner was, so what you're trying to find is 18% of 60. So it is 18% of $60 is equal to $10.80. So therefore the total bill is the flat price of $60 plus the tax of $10.80, which is equal to $70.80, and therefore answer 419 is B. 20. At a sale, each book was marked $3 off the original price. Daniel paid $46 for 2 books that had the same sale price. What was the original cost of one of this book? So both books came up to $46 and they had the same flat price. So it is 46 divided by 2, which is equal to $23. But remember, there was a discount given on each book of $3. So it would be 23 plus the discount that was given, which is 23 plus 3, and that is equal to $6. So therefore the original cost of one of his books is $26. Thank you for joining us on this journey of part 1 of the 2019 multiple choice paper. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share with a friend so a friend can share with another friend, so that we can all prepare for it and do our best. See you in part 2.